15 seconds till curtain, Mr. Kaufman. Oh, okay, puppy. Thank you. Um, you seem a little down? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it just sort of the long-term effects of this pandemic and being stuck at home all the time and not being able to socialize with anyone, never getting to go see a movie or go out to dinner or any of those things that we used to do? No. Oh, did something happen that you feel upset about? Mm, no, not exactly. Oh, did someone upset you? Mm-hmm. Oh, who is it? Kitty. Kitty upset you? Mm-hmm. But I mean, I know she's kind of annoying sometimes, but she's usually pretty nice anyway. Well, what happened? Um, she's trying to work on a joke and she doesn't want to offend anyone. Well, that sounds really nice. And that sounds like her. I mean, she never wants to offend anybody. She just wants people to like her, right? Mm. So what's the problem? It's deeply offensive. It's deeply offensive? Mm-hmm. Whoa, what's the joke? I don't know. I only heard the first line. Wow, the first line? And it's deeply offensive? Mm-hmm. Puppy, I don't see how that could be possible. I mean, this is Kitty we're talking about. Come on. She's super sweet, a little naive at times, but certainly not offensive. She's not offensive. Mm, okay. Should I talk to her? Mm-mm. Why not? She might tell you the joke. Really? Well, I'll tell you what, I won't ask her to, yeah, I'll just make sure she doesn't tell me the joke, okay? If you're that concerned about it, we'll make sure she doesn't tell it to me. Mm, I'd just, leave her out of it. Leave her, what do you mean leave her out of it? The show. Leave her out of the show? Mm-hmm. But she's in like 4 sketches. Mm-hmm. You think we should just take all those sketches out? Basically, that's every single sketch except for this one. Mm-hmm. Wow. That bad, huh? Mm-hmm. And you're the dog that made the joke about putting a cat in the microwave. Mm-hmm. And you're telling me this is far more offensive than that. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know, puppy. Maybe you're just jealous because she came up with a funny joke. I mean, it was bound to happen sooner or later, right? Okay. Well, I'm going to talk to her. I'm just going to talk to her. Just let me talk to her for just a tiny bit before we go on. And no, we're not cutting her sketches. Um, and it's not going to be that bad. I'm sure it's not that bad. You've been warned. No, come on, seriously. You've been warned. Can I talk to Kitty, please? Hmm? You've been warned. Kitty. Oh, Kitty. Kitty.
Um, hi, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry to you, and I'm sorry to you, and sorry to you, and you, and I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry.
Kitty, what are you sorry about?
I'm sorry.
Okay. Um, well, I guess we should just do the show then.
Sorry.
Uh, okay, okay. Anybody else you want to apologize to?
Um, mm, sorry. Yeah, you up there. Sorry.
Are you apologizing to God? Oh, don't worry about that. He doesn't exist. if you see something that looks like a star and it's shooting up out of the sky and your head is humming from a loud guitar and you just can't escape from the noise, don't worry too much, it'll happen to you. We were children playing with toys, and the sound that you're hearing is only the noise of the love spark a high heel boy. The percentage you're paying is too high priced, and you're living beyond all your means. And the man in the suit has just bought a new car from the profits he earned off your dreams. But today you just found out that that man was shot dead by a gun that didn't make any noise. And there's nothing the bullet that laid him to rest was a love spark, a high heel boy. Consider that a teaser. Someday, I'm gonna do a loop. It really just needs 2 loops. And I'm gonna do this whole song. And I'm really looking forward to it. But, it's gonna take a little more instrumentation, you know? Or maybe we'll get a band on here. Maybe play it then. I don't know. Something like that. Well, hey everyone. It's good to see you all again. I mean, I don't see any of you, but it's good to see you. Welcome again to our living room studio. We've got a fun show tonight. Really looking forward to the second set. We've got Mark, who has showed up all the way down from the coast. All the way down from the coast. I mean, way down there. He's out on the deck right now. We'll get him in at the end of the first set, and then he's going to do an entire second set. And really looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, we've got some things planned for you, mostly puppet things, but a little bit of music. I will admit, spent most of the time on puppets, though. It's just the way it happens. So actually, I think maybe before we go any further, we got to get started with the whole puppet thing tonight. I know that Kate's ready for our first sequence. So let's see what's Kitty's been up to. She's trying to do some humor, and she's struggling a little bit. So let's see what happens.
Puppy. 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 Oh, there you are.
Yeah. What is it, Kitty?
Well, Puppy, I think I have a, conundrum. A conundrum. Yeah. I have a conundrum.
Okay. What is it?
Well, okay, so I've been working on this new joke, okay? Trying to do a very good, funny joke, and, the problem is, I keep feeling like it might offend somebody, and no matter what I think of, I can't get past the first line of the joke without worrying about offending somebody, because I don't want to upset anybody. I want everyone to like me, and I want them to like my jokes. So, but I just don't know what to do, and I'm trying to make it like Um,
Well, what's it about?
well, mm, it's spiritual. I wanted it to, be like something that everybody could, feel good about. So it's spiritual. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like, but I just don't know. I just don't. I don't even know like what the punchline's going to be. That's important. I think I've heard you should have the punchline first, and I don't have one. Everything seems like it might hurt somebody's feelings. I don't want to do that.
Okay. Well, if it's spiritual, you could the punchline could be about the non-existence of God. I think everybody could get behind that, and you know yeah.
No, puppy, that's deeply offensive. There are a lot of people who would disagree with that, and so that's not no.
Well, okay. Well, what's the first line? I mean, what do you have so far?
No, I mean, I was trying to be really inclusive, so it's like okay, so um, a priest and no wait oh wait okay, the Pope and no wait yeah, okay, so yeah, a priest and a rabbi and the Dalai Lama walk into a gay bar where they see Jesus and Buddha and Muhammad sitting down together, sharing a drink.
No, no. Mm-mm. That's not good. I mean, why did they walk into a gay bar first of all?
I don't know. I'm not going to judge them. What they do in their spare time is completely up to them, and I don't see why that matters. I mean, that seems, even just to question that seems kind of offensive, puppy. I'm kind of ashamed of you for questioning that. I mean, so what if you wanted to go into a gay bar? There's nothing to do with anything. It's just the first line. I don't know. See, this is what I mean. I can't think of anything that won't offend somebody.
Well, okay, Katie. Well, look, I mean, have you considered, not having, spiritual leaders in this joke?
But I wanted it to be spiritual and include everybody, puppy. And and I tried to include even more people because I said, I didn't want people with disabilities to feel left out. So I thought, okay, what if Jesus was deaf and the Buddha had a speech impediment, and Muhammad,
No, Kitty. No, no. See, I think you're just getting more, offensive. And I mean, does the Buddha have to have a speech impediment?
well, I mean, yeah, it's not only representing people that might have speech impediments, but then, I was thinking at some point in the joke, he keeps trying to say things that are funny, but, or, I mean, they're not supposed to be funny. They're supposed to be really serious, but they sound funny because he can't say them right.
No, Kitty. This is not a good joke. I think you should start over.
Why?
Well, I mean, why don't you try something not religious? Let's start with that, okay? Would you just try that for me?
But, puppy, then how could the punchline be about the non-existence of God then?
Kitty, no, dear, oh dear.
Puppy, I don't think you're helping. I think I need to ask some other friends for help because I just don't think you're helping. I don't understand why I can't make a joke that includes everybody so that everybody's happy, right?
Okay, Kitty. Good luck. I just want to make it clear that I have nothing to do with this. Okay?
I don't know why you need to say that, but okay, fine. You have nothing to do with this. Well, I'm going to go find some friends who can help me with my joke. Yes.
walk into the room, your pencil in your hand, you see somebody naked and you say, who is that man? You try so hard but you just don't understand just what you will say when you get home, because something is happening but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? You raise up your head, you ask, is this where it is? Somebody points to you and says, it's his. You say, what's mine? And somebody else says, well, what is? And you say, oh my God, am I here all alone? Because something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Hand in your ticket. You go watch the geek, who immediately walks up to you and he hears you speak and says, how does it feel to be such a freak? And you say, impossible, as he hands you a bone. And something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? You have many contacts among the lumberjacks to get you facts when someone attacks your imagination. But nobody has any respect in any way. They already expect you to give a tag to tax-deductible charity organizations. Yeah, you've been with the professors, never liked your looks. With great lawyers you have discussed lepers and crooks. You've been through all F. Scott Fitzgerald's books. You're very well read, it's well known. But something is happening and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Well, the sword swallower comes up to you and he kneels. He crosses himself. Then he clicks his high heels. And without further notice, he asks you how it feels. And he says, here's your throwback. Thanks for the loan. And you know something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? See this one-eyed midget shouting the word now. You say, for what reason? And he says, how? You say, what does that mean? And he screams back, you're a cow. Well, give me some milk or else go home. And you know something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? You walk into the room like a camel and then you frown. Put your eyes in your pocket, your nose on the ground. There ought to be a law against you coming around. You shall be made to wear earphones because you know something's happening, but but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Yeah, you know something is happening, but you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Bob Dylan, speaking of offensive, thank you all out there. I can't see you, but I hear you, and I appreciate it. We'll get back out there. I'll have another band out on the deck someday soon, but thank you so much for coming. Yeah, that song, I thought of doing that just yesterday, and there's one line in that song that I love, and I actually screwed up the line before it. It's typical. It's how it happens. But just that line of, tax-deductible charity organizations. If I could put that in every song I've ever written, I think I would. It just rolls off the tongue so beautifully. Well, I think it's about time for me to switch to a different instrument. So while we do that, it's probably also time to figure out what Kitty has been up to as she's on her quest to write a non-offensive joke that involves every major religion. Good luck, Kitty, and I'll see how it goes.
Horsey. Kind of smells in here. Like, horsey, I guess. Horsey! Oh, hey.
Hey, kid. Horsey here. What can I do you for?
Well, okay, Horsey. I have what I believe is a conundrum. Yes, conundrum.
Oh, you're looking for the microwave? It's back that way. I'll take care of your conundrum for you.
No, I don't understand. That's not funny, and that's not my conundrum. My conundrum is, I'm trying to make this joke, and I want everybody to like it, and I want everybody to like me, and, I don't want to offend anybody, and I'm afraid that I might. I'm afraid that no matter what I say, it might offend somebody, and I don't want to do that, So that's my conundrum.
All right, kid. Well, look, you came to the right place. You're talking to the right horse. If there's one thing I can speak eloquently and very knowledgeably about, it is humor. So here it is, kid. It's about timing. Okay?
Timing?
Yeah, timing. So you can say anything. You can get away with pretty much anything as long as you got good timing. Okay? It's all about the timing.
Timing.
That's right, timing. Okay. So check this out. Okay, here's just a simple joke for you. What do you call someone who cannot possibly wear a necklace?
I don't know. What do you call someone who cannot possibly wear a necklace?
Necklace.
Oh, I guess I get it. Okay. Okay.
Well, you see, that was about timing, right? It's all about timing. Now check it out this way. What do you call someone who cannot possibly wear a necklace? Necklace. See, that was too fast. That was too fast, okay? Now check this out. What do you call someone who cannot possibly wear a necklace?
I don't know. What do you call someone who cannot possibly wear a necklace?
Necklace. See, now that was too long. That was way too long of a pause. So you see, a joke has to have just the right kind of timing before the punchline, especially, for it to work. So, here, and you can do this, like I said, with anything. I mean, here's a more slightly touchy subject. Let's say, all right, so, yeah, I'm really happy about how the influence of the ladies has become more noticeable in all fields nowadays. Even fields which would have traditionally been considered a man's profession, like for instance the medical field. The other day, wife and I were talking about having another foal, and about starting to try, and she tells me that current medical research is pointing to the fact that even during a fertile window, you really only need to try once every couple days. And I say, well, hey, I mean, if that isn't proof that there were no men involved in that recommendation, right? Right? Hear what I'm saying? Right? Everybody hear what I'm saying? Yeah. See what I'm talking about, kid? Timing. It's all about timing. So what's your joke? I mean, what you got? Lay it on me. Let's see what you got. Give me a line. Give me a line. Come on, I'm listening.
Well, okay. Okay. So, well, this is kind of in the middle of the joke, okay? But at one point, Jesus, who's pretty drunk, he turns to the Dalai Lama and he says, I never noticed you had such big feet.
I don't get it.
What? You didn't hear the Dalai Lama's reply?
No.
Well, neither did Jesus, you see, because he's deaf. That's part of the joke, is Jesus is deaf during the joke. And so, that's part of what makes the whole joke work for me. And this is just one line, but I'm still worried it might offend somebody.
Yeah. Okay, kid. You should talk to Dolphin. I think he could help you out. Yeah. I'm just got some stuff gotta take care of over here. All right, good luck, kid.
Okay. Thanks, I guess. I don't know if that really helped, but timing. Okay, timing. Can I work on my timing? Horsey, can I work on my timing? Then go see Dolphin. Okay.
Hello. So, our evening is going to center around fingerstyle guitar. So I thought I'd play a few of my favorites, which are nothing like anything Mark plays, and that's what I love so much about this genre, which I know very little about, actually, is it encompasses so many different things. I mean, fingerstyle guitar could be Segovia, it could be, John Fahey, it could be this. And they're all very, very, very different. And what Mark plays is like none of those things I just mentioned. So, this is going to be fun. But to give you a point of reference, I'll play a few of my sorts of fingerstyle things, and then we'll see what Mark gives us. So first of all, this is a Don Ross song I played a little while ago on one of these streams. It's called First Ride. Don Ross. Brilliant Canadian fingerstyle player. Thanks. And here's one of mine in the same tuning. This is a really odd tuning, by the way. I know Mark is into odd tunings. Odd tunings are so much fun. Any open tuning is really, really fun to write stuff in, as well as just play in, because the guitar becomes a very different landscape when you're in an open tuning. So this tuning happens to be, depending on what you think of it as, it could be F9 tuning or sort of an altered C tuning, but it's a fun one. And here's one of my tunes. It's called Twinkle Twinkle. That was Twinkle Twinkle. And now I think it's time for our. Well, thanks again. Thank you. I think it's time for our final installment in the Kitty Comics conundrum of the evening. And then when we come back, we're gonna get Mark on here for a few tunes. Give you a little taste of what he's gonna be showing you for the second set. So we'll see you in a few minutes.
Dolphin! 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 Hey there. Yeah, it's the perfectly average dolphin here. What can I do for you, cat? Huh? What can I do this for? Huh? What do you got? I have a conundrum. Conundrum. You got a conundrum. Yeah, I understand. You don't gotta repeat yourself. I can understand you perfectly well. Some people say they can't understand me, incidentally, but I don't understand that. I don't understand people. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's really people's problems. Really, everybody just gets offended by things all the time, and it's like, oh, I don't understand this. No, this. I'm talking about people get offended by all kinds of things. It's not my problem, and it's not your problem either. That's what I want to talk to you about. See, I'm trying to make a joke, and I don't want to offend anybody. Don't want to offend anybody, okay? Yeah. Oh, you don't want to offend anybody. I understand that. Yeah. Well, that's easy. That's easy. I've thought a lot about this, and you're talking to the right marine mammal. Yeah, I got this. I got this. So look, kid. This is what you gotta do. What you do is you just talk about people that they can't possibly be offended because they're not there. You get it? They're not there. They're not there. Okay. So like just imagine. Think of your audience. Okay. So who's not gonna be in your audience? I don't know. It's on the internet. Oh, it's the internet. Okay, I see. No problem. No problem. Who could not possibly be in your audience though, even on the internet? Who could not possibly listen to your joke? Okay, think about that. The answer is in the question, cat. I know it's kind of a deep riddle and stuff, but no, the answer's right there. Who could not listen to your joke? I don't know. Deaf people, okay, deaf people. You get me? Deaf people. Jesus, Jesus is deaf in my joke. Jesus. Oh, that's good. That's good. You got a deaf person in your joke. That's all good. I don't know about Jesus, though. I don't know if it's a good idea to put Jesus in there, but the deaf person, that's good. That's good because they can't possibly hear your joke, right? Right. Well, subtitles. What's that? Subtitles. Oh, yeah, subtitles. Didn't thought about that. You're right. They could have subtitles. Okay. Well, let's not make fun of deaf people then. Let's take that out of the joke, okay? Just take it out because that's not a good idea. Not a good idea. Oh, okay. Let's see. How about oh, I know. This is got this in the bag. Done and done. Okay, you ready? Homeless people, because homeless people don't have computers, right? So they can't possibly hear your joke. So like, you can't offend them because they're not there. Got it? Well, okay, but what if they go to a library and use a computer at a library to hear my joke? Oh, yeah, library. I hadn't thought about that. No, what are you kidding? Homeless people don't read books. No. They go to the libraries to use the bathrooms. Oh, yeah. Good point. You're right. They do use the bathrooms at the libraries. Okay. Well, does not make fun of homeless people. That's a good point. Very good point. Okay. Here we go. Just think about it like this. Again, who could not possibly be listening to your joke
or understanding it, okay? Okay? What about people that speak languages that are not English, okay? Not English, right? You hear me? They can't possibly be offended by something they don't understand. Okay. Like, take this for instance. Say a German-speaking guy, an Italian-speaking guy, and a Polish-speaking guy, they're walking down the street, okay? And then you say something funny about the Polish-speaking guy. Why? Why did you say something funny? Oh, it's just funny. It's just, why do you have to even wonder about it? It's just the way it is. It's just funny. I mean, why are you worried? Because they don't speak English, right? So I don't care. Make it about anybody. I don't know about this. Well, look, kid. I think you just gotta go with your heart on this one, and just don't worry about it. People get offended all the time, but it's just not a problem, really. I just wouldn't worry about it, okay? But I don't worry about it. I don't want to make fun of those people either. Okay, fine, fine, fine. Here we go. Final answer. This is my final answer. Okay, okay, okay. Um, who could not possibly be offended by your joke? No matter what it is, who could not possibly be offended? I don't know. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. See, God. God could not possibly be offended because God does not exist. And how can someone who does not exist be offended? Am I right? Yeah, totally. See, that's it. Okay. Yeah, you got it. You got it, kid. All right, you keep working on that joke. And, come back to me when you got something good. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna go swimming away this story. Now, see you later. It's a very nice, it's a very nice dolphin. Very nice dolphin.
All right, well, I hope everyone enjoyed Kitty's conundrum this evening. I don't know if she really learned anything, but she probably went through pretty much most offensive possible things you could put in a joke. Well, I think it's time to introduce our special guest for the evening, Mark Estrava, who has come up here all the way from Montera, one of the best places to live in the Bay Area, by the way, or probably the world. But Mark, welcome to our porch.
I am absolutely inspired sitting out here tonight. What a gorgeous evening.
Thanks. It is. And you know what? You're blessed because a couple days ago, right now at this time, it was raining.
Yeah, it was. Well, it's fog. We call it fog. Wipers on high fog. Well, it was actually rain.
Yeah,
it's hard to tell sometimes in that heavy fog.
That's true. Well, Mark, I'd love to hear if you want to introduce a couple songs and show us a little bit of what you're going to be doing in the second set.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go through a couple tunes. I'm sitting right here, David, on your lovely porch, and we're sitting in some heavy woods. I'm waiting for some Ewoks to come out of the Star Wars movie. I mean, literally, that's what it looks like around here.
Yep.
Thank you. There you go. David can do impersonations quite well. We have to get in the impersonation challenge here eventually. But it is lovely. So I'm going to start with a tune off my first album, 55 Miles. And that is the 55 miles of the San Mateo County coastside of where we're right in the heart of right now. And that's what these instrumentals were kind of inspired by. Turf, like where you live and where I live, and all the great people there. So I'm going to dive in on the tune 55 Miles.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Mark Estrava.
got to let it wind down. You got to let it wind down, baby. David, thank you for a great sound system out here. This really is a treat to be able to play through a lovely sound system in the middle of a beautiful woods. So,
Yeah.
Can you hear me? I'm sorry, I don't have my mic.
Oh no, I can hear you. I can hear you
Is that better?
naturally, acoustically,
better.
through
Yeah.
the natural acoustic
Yeah.
space. I don't know if anybody else can hear you, but
That's right. Have you met my Italian friend Michael Raffone? Microphone. Right.
well, you got one more for us. That was really pretty.
Yeah, that you know, it's funny. We talked about a little bit of pace. I play that much slower than I ever used to play it. I you know, on the original CD, I was much younger then, and it was going a lot faster. But now I play it much more passionate and slower.
Well,
so
and you can really feel it just like sink in, and
yes,
a lot of depth.
Yeah, I'm sinking that one in. So, yeah, we'll go another one. I'm going to go. So that's one of my first compositions off my first CD. I'm going to go with a new one that hasn't been recorded yet. Eventually, someday, when that third CD and I got time and everything. This is called "What We Forgot."
Thanks, Mark. That's I mean, it's so pretty, and I'll tell you, I haven't touched your levels for both those songs. I was just listening to them, and they sound really good.
Thank you, buddy. I much appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have to comment your guitar playing. Well, of course, you play everything well. So your instrumental guitar stuff was just absolutely fantastic, as always, David.
Oh, thanks. I mean,
Yeah.
we were talking about this the other night, and for both of us, we haven't been playing a lot during this whole
No, it's
pandemic-y thing.
It has been a weird time. People ask me, "Are you inspired because of all the BS that's going down?" And I go, "You know what? I have not hardly played my guitars at all. I mean, virtually zero. It's very odd, I have to say." And I pick them up on occasion. Even when I did pick it up, I go, "That was horrible. That was not good. That was not good playing." And I just said, maybe this is a sign. Put them away. Get your stuff fixed on your house, of which I've been busy at, and other things, and of course taking care of a kid and everything, and the whole family stuff, which is fine. But it's funny. It comes back very quick. Just like I had a gig earlier today, and all of a sudden I was highly inspired to not totally screw that gig up. And of course, this is a lovely thing. And I said, oh, I better get my chops back. But they do come back very quick. For me, I've not had a problem with being able to disconnect for a while and come back to the guitar and play it pretty reasonably. Oddly enough.
That's great. I mean, and that's not always the case. I find
No.
that sometimes some of the fingerstyle stuff for me, it takes a little bit to get it back. But yeah, you sound beautiful. And please, everybody who's listening in, after this last song we're going to take a short set break, and then Mark's going to come back and do an entire second set. I'll join him for a couple tunes, but we're really looking forward to that. And yeah, it should be great.
Awesome, David. Thanks.
So, Mark, I think I'm going to do one final fingerstyle tune, completely different style. Because, man, again, it's just, I love the diversity of what even just a guitar playing with your fingers, what you're capable of doing.
Yes.
This one, last time I played it was mid-April. So we'll see. We'll see how my fingers do with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure.
But it's one of my favorites, Richard Thompson.
Oh, yeah. He's great.
Yeah, 1952, Vincent Black Lightning.
Oh, yeah, baby. Talking my language. Thank you. Let's hear it.
Here we go. Red Molly says to James, that's a fine motorbike. Girl could feel special on any of such like. Says James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. That's a Vincent Black Lightning 1952. And I seen you at the cafes and corners, it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color scheme. And he pulled her on behind. And on down the Black Hill they did ride. Says James, so Red Molly's a ring for your right hand. But I'll tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. See, I fought the law since I was 17. And I robbed many men to get my Vincent machine. And now I'm 21 years and I might make 22. And I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. But if fate should break my stride, well, I'd give you that Vincent to ride. come down, called Sergeant McCrae, for they've taken young James 80 for armed robbery. Shotgun blast hit his chest, left nothing much inside. I come down, Red Molly, to his dying bedside. When she got to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road, he was running out of breath, but he smiled to see her cry. He said, I'll give you that Vincent to ride. Says James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world beats a 52 Vincent and a red-headed girl. Northerners and Eves and Indians wouldn't do. They haven't got a soul like a Vincent 52. And he reached for a hand and he slipped her the keys. He said, I got no further use for these. I see angels and Ariels and leather and chrome swooping down from heaven to carry me home. And he gave her one last kiss and died. And he gave her that Vincent to ride. Thank you all very much. We're going to take a short intermission. Back in about 10 minutes with Mr. Castrava. Stick around.
One. Welcome back, everyone. I am delighted to be here with Mr. Mark Kostrava.
Yay!
Mark is going to play us a set of his tunes. Now you got a couple albums, Mark, and a lot of experience at this point, playing a lot of gigs on the coast.
You know, it's amazing. I had to add it up. It was a lot. It's a lot of gigs. You know, most of them really good. You know, and sometimes well attended, and sometimes not so much. But you know, you're happy to have them all. And,
I have no idea what you're talking about.
yeah.
I usually have at least 500-600 people at my shows.
Yeah, every time. You know, absolutely. I grab paper cutouts, you know, put them out there.
That's
no,
right.
It's all good. You know, you appreciate anytime someone latches into and taps into your music. Even one person, to be honest with you, it really makes a difference. I got to say, I go, wow, this person's actually paying attention, listening to my music, and I better play it well. And it really changes it for me anyway.
Yeah, well, I tell you, that's why, doing these live shows the past couple months out here on the porch, it's been so great. Just having a few people out there, it's just so nice.
You know, I don't know if you noticed it, but David, you got quite a crew over here. There's right out the back deck. I know everybody can't see it, but I think most of your neighborhood is here tonight. You know, and yay! And
All right,
you
represent
yeah,
Kings Mountain.
Very
Woo!
good, Kings Mountain crew. All right, much appreciated. It is really nice.
Well, Mark, welcome from the flatlands of
The
Montera.
flatlands, yeah, Montera Mountain down to the sea.
Play us one of those flatland songs, if you
Flatland
would.
song. Well, this one's going to be called HMB Southbound. This is destined to be on the 3rd CD. I'm going to do it on a National Estrelita resonator in open C. CGCGCC. That's a hell of a lot of C's. Sounds like my grades in high school, to be honest with you. So
Beautiful.
Little bayou sound, maybe. Yeah, something. So, yeah, that's a fun one.
I'd love to hear another one on that resonator.
Yes. Well, what a coincidence! I have more. And where did my slide go?
I was just gonna say
Where
that's
is
kind of made for a slide.
That is made for. Well, I'll go with this slide then. I don't know where I put my. Oh, there it is. And yeah, resonators are made to slide. You know, why not? Let's do that. Davey, can you pick up the monitors just a touch out here?
I sure can. Just
Just a wee little touch. All right, so this next one's called, does anybody know where Swanton Road is? Right on the coast side, on the way to Davenport and Santa Cruz. I always like that road. So this is called Swanton Swing.
Well, Mark, I'd like to take a little seat over here and
David, come join me.
and ask you a few questions. I mean, listen to that last tune, and I feel like this way about all your music. It's just it sets such a mood, and in some ways it reminds me of John Fahey, in that it's
Yep.
one of the few artists I can think of where I don't really think intellectually about it. It just kind of washes over you.
Right.
I mean, what's it like for you? What's the process been like? Oh, you might want to grab your mic, by the way, if you.
Oh yeah, Mike would be good. My Italian friend, Michael Buffone, my good Italian buddy. Yeah, is that there? We go. Everybody can hear me now. So, what was the question again, Counsel?
Well, you are under oath, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Just want to remind you
right?
that.
Oh God, let's not go
No,
there.
I wonder what this process has been like for you, writing these songs and playing them too. But I mean, what goes on for you? Because it just feels to me like such a mood all the time.
It is. It's mostly no. It's what the hell. It's all mood with me. I mean, I don't read a lick of music. As our one common person, Mr. Randy Clark, the amazing Randy Clark, guitar player extraordinaire. I got a couple lessons from him and unlocked the mystery of open tuning, but I never did actually learn to play guitar. Oddly enough,
Yeah, I might disagree.
I
with
really
that.
have no idea. Well, in the traditional sense, anyway. And so it is absolutely mood based. It is. I'm trying to think. Great. Excuse me. And there it goes. The mood comes up. It's a very family, and oh Jesus, I can't even get it out. That's probably why I don't sing. You know?
I hear you.
Yeah,
Mark.
I know. I'm always amazed that people can sing emotional songs because they go, I couldn't even tell a joke if it's it's emotional. So I went over my point. It comes right from my father. Yeah, it's a lot of family based stuff in history and in places. Like 55 Miles was. The entire album was dedicated to this great place that we live.
Yeah.
I love living here, and all the great people, all you people that are here, playing to the crowd. But I do love it. It's been a lovely place to live, and so yeah, it's all mood based. It's places, it's thoughts, it's memories. For the most part, it's funny. It's odd. I really can't put a finger on how they compose and where they come from. I'm inspired by certainly Leo Kottke and Hedges and all those great musicians. And when I come across a cool rhythm, I try to work on it, and then eventually something gets attached to it. A place. I go, oh yeah, that works, and that's where usually the tune comes first, and then the name attached to it comes after. It's not not the other way around. I would think that would be normal, but yeah. So it's an odd process. It's very feel based, and
when you're playing these songs, are you thinking of the places that they're about?
yes, I am. Several of those, like Swanton Swing. This is a funny one. The one I just played it's a story I made up about a family that was living. It's just in my head. I just love the area down there, but it was about. I said, wouldn't it be interesting if there was back in the 30s Prohibition area of this turf where we live was heavy into Prohibition and everything. A lot of rum running going on, but it was about a Christian man and his family living down in Swanton Road, and then times went hard, and he had to start running rum. So that's what the song's about. That's all it is, And he didn't want to do it, but he had to support his family. Who knows whether it actually happened, but it was in my head. So
and you came up with the thought of the place and the story after you wrote the music.
Boy, that one kind of went together. I gotta say, for some reason, I just really dig that area, and that one kind of tied in. A bunch of the songs just come from memory. What We Forgot comes out of northern Michigan. My brother actually, excuse me, I was playing it in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I'd come up with that riff. It was one I played earlier, and he's the one that actually named it. So I go, wow, that's cool. And I go, and very fitting. Another tune called Sister Lucy of Humboldt. I haven't played it yet tonight, but I played it for my family. I come from a large family. There's 10 kids.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. And when I played it for all my family members, they said, yes, that is Sister Lucy. I said, "Wow, I nailed it," because she has a certain way she walks. She has a certain gait. Lucy, are you watching tonight? You know, she knows this
I'm
anyway.
sure it's a positive
but,
thing, right?
Yeah, well, absolutely. Yeah, we love our sister Lucy. So yeah, it's funny how that creative process goes. And you know, to be honest with you, I haven't come up with anything new in the last year and a half. But you know, one of the things you and I talked about was how you redefine and reapproach tunes that you wrote from a long time ago, and then come back. You know, like the tune 55 Miles, you and I had talked about it the other day. When I recorded it, I had youth on my side. I didn't have a child in my house, so I had all this energy. And I listen to it now, and it goes 1,000 miles an hour, way, way faster than I would ever play it now. So, people get older. How did that happen?
Right.
I wasn't counting on that.
I really love the idea that you're thinking of these places and stories while you're playing the songs. I think that's a lot of what probably gives them the depth that I feel when I'm hearing them. I mean, as Frank Zappa once said, "Shut up and play your guitar." I think I'd love to hear another song. Take us somewhere.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, I'm going to play one more on this guitar. You know what? No, I'm going to switch over because we have some friends here that were mentioning the Prisma Creek, which is just down the road from here. Beautiful hiking area. So I'm going to switch over to my other guitar. And this is a tune called Prisma. But I got to switch guitars real quick. Let's see. Are we in?
This would be the time when I say something clever.
Yeah, get clever, David.
Wow, there's a lot of people out there. Oh my goodness. Hi.
Masked up and socially distanced. Yes.
Thank you. Hi, you guys look great. Although I'm not wearing glasses, so you kind of look like a bunch of blurs right now, but I can tell there are people. Is my dog out there somewhere?
Licking everybody in sight. Right?
Um,
All right. I'm already tuned up on this one, so should be good to go.
all right, well, I'm going to go back inside and listen a little on my studio monitors because it sounds really nice.
It does. Everything sounds better up in the mountains. The wine tastes good. Whew, music sounds great. And wow, what a lovely night.
Mr. Mark Castrava. That's beautiful, Mark.
Yeah, it's for a place right over here, which is cool. Just down a couple trees away from here. So you have beautiful hiking spots. Well, it's all beautiful. But that's the place where I was taking my boy when he was younger. We'd go hiking there, throwing stones in the creek and everything. Very, very cool place. Do you want me to continue, David?
Oh, of course, I want you to continue.
Oh my goodness.
But
Just for musicians,
but you know, any
turn it up, David.
right, yeah. Of course, I want you to turn it up.
Let's get loud.
No, you definitely keep playing as long as you want, and
Are you ready to join me?
I would love to join you on a
Oh,
tune. Yeah.
Yes, I'm in the appropriate tuning as well. How convenient. It's amazing how that comes together every once in a while. Mostly appropriate tuning, isn't it? I just got to tune off by drop my G down to that may sound funny. I got to drop my G string down to an F sharp. Sorry. Are there any kids out there? David on. Oh my goodness, there he is. I don't know. Are you on film as well? Are you?
I
film?
believe we have a split screen fancy
Okay,
thing.
all right.
Oh yeah.
So David's on upright bass. So he's about 20 feet away from me in his living room. I'm on the outside deck.
I'm on an out of tune upright bass probably.
Out of tune upright bass. Well, that'll work.
Let's
what
make
the
sure that
wine's-
it's not.
That's what the wine is for.
Yeah, give me a sec here.
Oh, there's a button here somewhere on this seat. I'm sitting up way too high. No, that's it. Still there, David?
Indeed.
Indeed. You ready to try a little YOYYYJ?
Just number 2.
Yep. On. I am ready.
You remember this one we practiced for a grand total of 45 seconds last night on Zoom? This is a tune. Yeah, I know it well. I know it really well. You probably remember it better than me. This is a tune called YOYYYJ, and it's on my second CD. And we were traveling up in British Vancouver, and we caught the airplane over from Vancouver to Victoria. So YYJ is the 3-letter identifier for Victoria Airport. So most of our luggage made it, but not all. But at least I had my guitar with me, and they said, well, your luggage will come over in the next flight, which is about 2 or 3 hours. So we just sat there, and I started banging away on the guitar I had at the time. And this is the tune that came out of it. This is called YOYYYJ. Comfortable. Here we go. Oh, God. There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. I can hear you. I can kind of see you. I like it, yeah. What a great concept. I really miss it. Oh, let's see. Try another one, David. This is a tune called Victory's Garden. Hold on, let me make sure I'm in tune. Strong tune like that.
No.
3 tenors and none of them on my guitar.
Oh dear.
There, one that works. Just smart tuners, 3 for $1. It's
Beautiful.
one of those, so weird. It's one of those tunes that it faded out for a while, and then it returned. So it's just funny. I'm sure you have tunes like that, David. Where you go, I used to play the hell out of it 5 years ago, and then for some reason it falls off the menu, and then it comes back.
Yes, that can happen.
It is. Yeah. I see. I'm gonna have a 30-second technical difficulty because I see my wireless system is flashing at me. the, the red dot of danger. So let me grab a regular traditional cord and plug in. Give me about 30 seconds.
Sure, no problem, no problem.
Okay.
It's nice that it flashes at you.
It's a very considerate wireless system, I must say.
Well,
There you go. It's your turn to tell jokes.
yeah, I guess. Well, no, I've told enough jokes for the evening.
Oh no.
But as long as you're busy grabbing a cable, I suppose I could tell the coincidental story of how we ended up knowing each other, and one of those very small world kind of stories. Let's see. I think one of the first times I was talking with Mark, it was at some party back in 2015, maybe something like that. And I don't know how it came up, but somehow I think maybe Mark had mentioned Randy Clark, who first kind of got him started on the open tunings and playing the kind of music that he now plays all the time. And I said, Randy Clark, gosh, huh? Randy, not the same Randy Clark, is it? And it turns out that when I lived in Ithaca, New York, and went to Cornell and played music there, I knew a band in town that was by far the best band around, Jaws, and Randy Clark was the guitar player for Jaws. This is back in the mid '90s. And by the way, somebody's buzzing. Is that me or you, Mark?
Well, I've always got a buzz.
We've developed a buzz, and I'm uncomfortable with this buzz.
Oh, you know what? Hold on.
I'll bet.
I bet it's this one, right?
Oh yeah, it is. It's coming from your rig.
I've got a buzz. Imagine that.
All right. Well, I can turn it down until you're
Down for a second.
all cleaned up. But anyway, so Randy was this amazing guitar player, and when I moved out to San Francisco, I happened to know that Randy had moved out here also a couple years earlier. He was teaching at Haight-Ashbury Music, and he had a band called Crow Song, and I took one lesson from him actually, and it turned out he was looking for a drummer for Crow Song, and I was like, well, I play drums, kind of, sort of, and he's like, well, I really like, I'm looking for like a Neil Young kind of drummer, and I was like, got it, I can, I can play that. It turned out to be a lot more than that. It was a lot of fun, and played for a couple years with Randy and on one of his albums, and then yeah, it turns out that Mark, had taken lessons from Randy, and that Randy was kind of a mentor in some ways for Mark and really got him started. And gosh, it's a small world. That's all I can say to that. Okay, I got you back on now. Yep.
2 times the strings, 4 times as difficult. I'm gonna do a couple. Can you still hear me, Randy?
I can hear you just fine.
Randy,
Should I put the bass down? And there was.
we're gonna. Here's what we'll do. I'll do a couple on 12, and then we're gonna finish up with that Martha Lou tune.
Ah, it sounds
So
great.
Really, send everybody home in a dancing kind of spirit.
Well, I will sit back and take a listen then.
All right. 12-string, also known as the orchestra in your pocket. So this is a tune called Solstice of Solitude. we go. Digging in on the 12. Oh, it's amazing when you don't play for 5 months. You're presented with 12 strings to manage.
So I want to ask you one more question, as long as I got you here, because I know we've talked about music, but we haven't really talked about the geek side of it. I know you must be a serious tech head to some extent, at least. You have some really really good gear, which helps to make you sound as good as you do. So that must have been a whole part of the process of learning and playing and gigging, is that you somehow became really, really meticulous about your gear.
Yes, I did, and we talked about it the other day. And thanks for bringing it up, David, because I'm a turtle. I've turned into a total tone freak and tone snob as best as I can. And Mark Lemaire, if you're listening, you are the driver of this. My buddy Mike Lemaire, who's an incredible guitar player and everything, he is an absolute tone god. It just makes guitars just sound so incredible. And a good friend of mine told me, "You sound good, but you don't sound as good as Mark." And I said, "Oh crap!" And I really had to up my game, and I became very interested in certainly the technical side, pickups, and everything that goes with. Who knew acoustic music required so much electronics and everything to make it sound so good. But it really does in many different venues. So I've become a bit of a snob in that world, admittedly. I have some kind of unique equipment, and I've definitely learned over the years. If it don't sound right to me, then it's really difficult for me to play. And so I do appreciate your setup here tonight. It is sounding absolutely wonderful. What do you think, folks? Does it sound okay out there in the woods? Yeah. So there you go. So I've definitely learned, I remember playing a cheap guitar one time. A friend asked me to play, "Hey, why don't you play? I don't know your music. Can you play a tune on it?" And it was just not a good guitar. And I did it, and I was not happy, and I said, that will never happen again. And I said, I will become a snob in regards to, no, I don't play cheap guitars. It doesn't work for my kind of music, especially instrumental. Instrumental guitar has to have really good equipment. It just doesn't work otherwise, such as my Martin HD28, the Estrelita. You get what you pay for. And certainly I've upped the game in the last 4 or 5 years, and I think it has really made a difference. I've certainly had enough people tell me, you included, David, you talked about the other day, boy, you got better in the last couple years. And I think a good part of it was, I really did invest in just much better equipment, much better guitars. And right along that line. So, installing my own pickups these days and stuff like that. So I do enjoy that kind of stuff anyway. I'm kind of a tech head, working a jet mechanic into guitar mechanic.
Oh, that's right. You are a jet mechanic, aren't you?
Well, I was jet mechanic into jet management into hopefully, well, we'll see. We'll find out in 2 weeks. Come on, Congress. Kick it in.
Yeah, you're in the wrong industry
We'll
right
see.
now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a United management person in the maintenance world, and it's been a great run over there. But we'll see what goes on in the next week and a half. If not, it'll be a lot of guitar playing, a lot of fixing my house, and certainly I'm not alone in that boat. A lot of people going to be going through crap.
Yep.
In that. So at least I've got this car and the guitars and the music. And once again, thanks for having me. It was very timely that you invited me to come up here and get involved in this gig.
Well, you are welcome. It's been my pleasure. And let's get you to do a couple more tunes before we got to get out of here and before the mosquito hawks start to eat you.
I had to fend one off in the middle of the last song. That was part of
They're very attracted to the lights.
Yeah, they are. Exactly. Okay, let's see. This one's called Five and Dime. Jeez. I haven't played it in years, though. you. Thank you so much,
That's pretty good for having not played it for.
I got worried in the middle of that one, I admit. I go, oh crap, why did I pick that one? But I think it came out okay. All right, David. Pick up that big, beautiful bass of yours, your triple B.
All right.
And
Don't mind if I do.
finish out on a, I believe it's the only dance tune I have. In the instrumental guitar world, I think if you could even claim one that's mildly out. And what it was is a bunch of 5-year-olds started dancing to it. So, and I'll take that, you know. It was my kid. I went and played it for my kids' class over at Fairlawn View, and they all started dancing to it. So I'm good with that, you know. Are you ready?
I am ready.
So this is a tune called Martha Lou. So good story. My wife and I, on my wife's side, Aunt Martha Lou, we took care of her for a long time, and she passed away some time ago. But we, you know, helped her all the way to the end. And on that side of the family was a connection to a Nashville studio, of where my second album comes from. From Ear to There was recorded in Nashville. So the cousins on this side said, you know, thank you so much for taking care of Aunt Martha Lou. Come record your second CD in Nashville. I said, okay. I think I hesitated about 2 minutes. No, 2 minutes, 2 seconds. And said, hell yeah, let's go. So this is to Martha Lou, dedicated to our Aunt Martha Lou.
right.
very
Well,
much, everybody.
thank you, Mark,
Thank
for
you,
making it
David.
up here. Really, really appreciate it. Good luck out there in the wide world
Wide world of sports, right? Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
working in the airplane industry.
Oh yeah.
Good luck, my friend.
Yeah, it'll all come back. You know, we'll ride through it.
But if
But-
if you don't, I think you've got a second vocation you can easily switch to.
Yeah, you know, who knows? You never know. Man, God, you just don't know on these things.
That is
But,
true.
I do appreciate having the guitars, and I do appreciate my music friends. I must say, it is they've gotten me through a lot of times, and I enjoy every minute, and especially tonight, David. Thank you so much. This is a real treat for me, and I hope you know. I'm not sure who all tapped in to watch and everything, but I suspect I got some family and everybody. So thank you so much for tying in. That was really a great time.
Well, you're very welcome. Everybody that was outside, thank you so much for coming.
Yes, thanks to the crew out. in
We'll,
the woods. Isn't it amazing?
We'll do this again in another 2 weeks with another special guest. And yeah, we appreciate you guys a lot. Everyone stay safe out there and have a good night. Good night, everyone.
Thanks, David Kaufman. Thanks a lot.